Folks, I am rather enjoying the current state of Xaku. When it comes to balance changes, this particular Warframe is perfectly fine in their special way as far as I can tell. However, I feel like we need to address the elephant in the room, and that is, the Lost makes no sense. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's have a look. Lost is of course 3 abilities. You have an ability called Accuse, which is essentially mind control. You have an ability called Gaze, which actually deletes shields and armor. And then you have an ability called Deny, which is a straight beam of damage with a little bit of extra crowd control. One thing that's really important about Warframe abilities is that their names give you a good idea of what they do. So if you look at a Warframe like Mag, for example, you have an ability called Pull, which literally pulls enemies all over the place. We have an ability called Magnetize, which literally sets up a magnetic field around an enemy so that bullets and arrows can then be magnetized towards that enemy and do more damage because they are near that enemy. And then we also have Polarize, which reduces shards. It's a good fair chance that this name might be a little bit confusing. And then there's also Crush, where you're literally crushing enemies. And that's the problem with the Lost. These ability names are not indicative of what they do in the slightest. Explain to me this. How does accusing someone result in mind control? How does gazing someone result in armor strip? How does denying someone result in damage? Yeah, you lost me there. So the names of these abilities are already confusing enough. It also doesn't help that their icons are particularly confusing as well. So what can we do? What should DE do? I have 2 possible solutions that I offer. Swapping the names of the abilities around could be a good idea. My proposal is that Deny becomes the mind control ability. Why? Because you are denying their attack on you. You have a bunch of enemies coming towards you. They want to assault you, but you use Deny. You deny their assault, and not only that, you turn them against each other. Perhaps that is the idea. Gaze should be the straight damage ability, because right now, the straight damage ability is a beam. Now, a lot of times, especially in popular culture, a beam attack typically comes through the eyes. You look at any DC property, you look at Superman, you look at Darkseid. They tend to have beam attacks coming from their eyes. Therefore, they could very well be gazing at their enemies. So it stands to reason that gaze can be attached to the beam attack. And finally, there is Accused. I feel like Accused could just do with a straight name change. I don't really know if that particular word really fits in any of Xaku's kit. We'll just have to see. Another solution is to use color. If you look at someone like Ivara, for example, their Quiver uses color. Red, yellow, purple, blue. Very straightforward. Even if the icons are not making the most amount of sense in the world, that's okay. You can associate the type of arrow that you want from the Quiver with the color, which makes it a lot easier just to swap to the right one and then just run from there. To that extent, I would propose that Accuse, i.e. the mind control ability, should have a green icon. Gaze, being the armor strip ability, should have a yellow icon. And Deny, being the damage ability, should have a red icon. Green because it's mind control, so they're no longer enemies, they are now friends. Green. Yellow because it's armor strip. I kind of feel like you can associate that with the yellow health bar that armored enemies have. And red being damage because, of course, damage is usually looked at as a red thing in terms of health and stuff. In conclusion, all I can do really at the present moment in order to prevent any confusion within myself when I'm playing Xaku is just replace the Lost with a helmet ability, like Spectral Rage. Countless times when I've been using Xaku, I have tried to use a certain ability from the Lost, only to find that I've not only gotten myself into the wrong context to use that ability, but I'm also actually trying to use a different ability, but I'm just mindlessly holding 3 in an attempt to use a different ability. For example, I want to use Gaze, but instead of using Gaze, I had the Lost sitting on deny. So instead of that, trying to strip armor, I end up just doing some random damage for no reason.
The odds were against us, Tenno,
I don't know.
but we did it.
Anyway, let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. What do you reckon about Xaku's The Lost abilities? Let me know in the comments. Are they as confusing to you as they are to me? Because that's my main concern about Xaku at this present moment. Everything else about them is absolutely perfectly fine. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more WarFrame content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.